Good evening and welcome back to our live webinar. My name is Amina. I'm an ambassador for Tgw and Yoto Asset. Today I'm going to talk you through the Yoto Asset. Now, what is Yoto Asset? First of all, what does Yoto Asset stand for? Yoto Asset stands for you too can have the assets, and it's been shortened and abbreviated and called Yoto Asset. Now, what is Yoto Asset? It is a UK-based company, and what we trade in is tangible assets. So what are the tangible assets? It's gold, silver, diamonds, precious stones, property, land, cash crops, and many more. Now, what the company is offering us is a chance to be able to come and invest and earn some money. So I'm going to talk you through how you can do that. So how you can do it is, for example, like myself, I've joined the company and I've invested. For example, my investment is £125. Now that's my investment, and from this £125, I've earned £425. How is that? So what I did, what is the activity I needed to do? Well, what I did is I introduced two like-minded people, just like me, to come and invest with the same amount. So for example, two of my friends I've introduced, and they both invested £125 and £125. Now, I did my activity. Now, what is it that my two friends need to do? Now, they need to duplicate what I've done, basically. So they also introduced two people each, and they also invested £125 each. Now, this is when I received a return of £425. Now, when my friends, the two friends I've introduced, once the two friends I've introduced, once their two members bring their own two members each, this is when they would receive. So basically, this is how it works. So you join. So if you've invested £125, then you would need two direct members, so two direct sponsors, and they both introduce this, invest the same amount. And then your two direct sponsors would introduce their own two direct each. So they would be your indirect. So it's two direct and altogether four indirects. This is when you receive a return. Now, from my return of £425, what can I do next? What can I do? I can reinvest. So what I do is I compound, basically. So from my 425, I compound 250, and from my 250 investment, the return would be 850. So how is that? Basically, so when the structure completes again, this is when I receive a return. So the structure is completely the same as with the 125. So once your two members come and join you again with 250 investment and their two members follow them, and that structure completes, this is when you would receive 850. Now, once you receive that 850 is your profit. So from this, you can compound again and compound £500 this time. And you wait for your two direct members to come and join you in this one. And once that structure is complete again, this is when you receive 1,700. You can compound again. So for example, you compound 1,000 would give you a return of 3,400. And you can carry on compounding, and you compound, and you can go into the hundreds and thousands, or you could go into the millions as well. So it's actually very simple. So like I said, all you need to do is to introduce 2 members, just like yourself. So if you've come and joined the company, you've invested £125. Now you introduce 2 like-minded people to do the same, and they would also introduce their own 2 people. This is when you receive. So, and it's the same for everyone who follows you after that. So another thing is, this company is global. So we can introduce members sitting right here, anywhere in the world. So, for example, I've introduced members in Nigeria, Dubai, Bangladesh. You can introduce anywhere, any part of the world. They can join this company as well. Now, the thing is, when we talk about it's a global company, we cannot expect everyone around the world, especially in poorer countries, to be able to afford the same amount as us. So what we have here is something called Yuto Asset International. Now, Yuto Asset International is designed for poorer countries, and they can start with an investment as little as £2.50. So they may not be able to afford 125, £2.50. So, and the activity is completely the same. So what do they need to do? Someone, say for example in Africa, they've put in £2.50. So what they need to do is find 2 people to do the same as them. So they find 2 friends to come and invest £2.50, £2.50. Their activity is done. Now, what they need to teach their friends to do is to duplicate. So once their friends have introduced their own 2 people, this is when the lead investor receives £7.50. So what you can see here is in the first cycle, they've made back what they've put in. So in that £7.50, they've made back their £2.50. So to make more money, what they need to do is compound. So they compound £5. From £5, the return would be £15. Now, from here, £15 is for pure profit. So you're putting back in from your profit to make more profit. So from £15, you can put back in £10, and £10 would give you a return of £30. So, and from £30, you can compound 20, and that would give you a return of £60. And from here, you can compound £35, and that would give you a return of £105. So from 105, you can then compound £75, and the return would be £225. So if you're following what I'm saying here, they can now invest into the £125 and receive the return of £425. And they can carry on compounding and grow their investment, grow their profit, and receive hundreds of thousands, even become a millionaire. And that's as simple as it is. Now, here is an opportunity for people to invest as little as £2.50, and that £2.50 would make you a millionaire. And you take that £2.50 out from the first cycle. So when you're reinvesting, that's profit you're reinvesting. So I mean, I gave you an example of £2.50. There, you don't have to start from £2.50. You can start from £5 or £10 or 35 or 500 or 5,000. This is up to the individual. So, for example, if you have someone who's invested £35, they have to remember they need to find 2 members who would invest the same amount as them. So if someone in a poorer country has invested £35, then they would need to find, like I said, 2 members to invest the same amount. So if you think you cannot find people who would invest the same amount, then it's better to start from a smaller amount. So, and grow your income that way. And what else? Like I said, again, so you can start from any amount. So even if you start from 5,000, like I said, you need to find 2 people to come and invest 5,000, and that's when you can. So if you okay, the other thing I want to say is, now say for argument's sake, someone joined, someone invested, and they couldn't find 2 people to come and join them into the business. So, I mean, I would say finding 2 people is not hard, but let's say, for argument's sake, that someone couldn't find 2 people to join them in their business, that's okay. The company gives you 1 year. You have 1 whole year. If you cannot do the activity, you cannot find your 2 people in that 1 year, after that 1 year, the company would return your capital with a profit of 25% according to your investment. So it's amazing. It's win-win either way. So 2 things here. If you invest, whether you invest and you've tried to do the activity and you couldn't, or you didn't want to, you left your investment there. After 1 year, you're getting 25% on top of that, your capital. So imagine if that was £5,000, you put it in there, and after 1 year, you're getting 25% plus your capital back. Now, if you were to leave the same amount in your bank account, I don't think you would receive the same amount of profit. Now, why are they giving us the profit? Because, like I said, the company, we invest in tangible assets. And so investments are cash investments. So when you buy things like gold and silver, these things always appreciate in value. Talking about tangible assets, if you think about gold and silver and diamonds or property, and you compare it to paper money, which would you say holds real value? I would say the tangible assets, gold, silver, diamonds, properties, because human beings are not able to create or duplicate gold, silver, or even a piece of land. We're not able to reproduce it, but which is why there's always going to be a demand for these things. But paper money is the value is controlled, and also it could be the value could be up there one day and on the floor the next. So, and also paper money is being reproduced continuously. So, and that's the difference. So, like I said, if you here's an opportunity to come and invest whatever amount you can afford, whether it's £2.50, £5, £75, 5,000, 10,000. As long as you know you can do the activity, you can earn a substantial amount of money here. And Also, if you cannot do the activity, like I said, your money stays with the company and will be returned to you with profit of 25%. Now that's is what you see is what you get. Basically, it's very transparent. You can't go wrong with this. So this is one of the only companies I know of that is backed up by tangible assets, and they're given, also the most important thing is they're given 95% back to the people. Usually it's the other way around. Companies keep the bigger chunk and give the smaller chunk to the members, and here it's the other way around. They're giving this company is for the people. So if you want to sign up, what you need to do is you need to go to www.u2asset.com and you click on compensation plan. You choose the amount you're going to sign up for. The most important thing is in order to sign up, you would need the sponsor name of the person who introduced you into the business. You cannot go to directly to the website and sign up. So you would need the name of the person, or the sponsor, or the username of the person who introduced you. And you need to put that where it says you need to put it. And all you need is your first name, your surname, your telephone number, and your email address. And you just simply choose yourself a username and a password and click on the terms and condition and you submit. That's how easy it is to sign up. So if you have any other questions, don't hesitate to speak to the person who introduced you, who showed you this webinar, or if you're part of our group, or if you have my number, just drop me a message, and I'm happy to answer any of your questions. So that's the end of the presentation. Now I'm going to be back in about, let's say, I'm going to be back at 6:30, so it's 6:23 now, and I'm going to do a presentation in Bengali. And after that presentation, I'm going to do another one in English again. So please stay tuned and see you soon. Thank you.